Hi, welcome to Variety Tech Today. I've got some updates on Lucy. In a previous episode, I showed you the home video collection for I Love Lucy, including all the seasons of I Love Lucy, The Lucy Show, and Here's Lucy. But there was one more series, Life with Lucy, which only ran for one season, which for many years did not receive a home media release. But then finally it happened, and here it is. Life with Lucy, the complete series. Like the first two series, this is released by Paramount through CBS DVD, and all the episodes, including the untelevised ones, are on 2 discs. But here's the differences. The first 3 series were filmed on, film. So they have a higher quality look to them, and in the cases of seasons 1 and 2 of I Love Lucy, they did make a Blu-ray available. However, like many shows of this time period, it was released in 1986. This was mastered on videotape, so you've got perpetually sub-standard definition. The other difference would be the quality of the DVD bonus material. I Love Lucy, The Lucy Show, and Here's Lucy each had enormous quality and quantity of bonus material. There were flubs, behind-the-scenes interviews, home movies, biographies, sponsor spots. It was enormous. And it was not very common for TV shows in general to be given this treatment. Unfortunately, you don't get that same level in this DVD release. You do get 3 extras. You get promos. You get Our Magazine segment featuring Lucille Ball and Gail Gordon. And you get the Entertainment Tonight segments, I guess promotional spots. I haven't watched it yet. But at least it's finally all on DVD and better quality than you'd get on YouTube. But wait, there's more. Yes, there's another update on the Canon Lucy shows that are not part of I Love Lucy. We had an episode about this before. I'll reiterate, Lucy and Desi would often have a policy of trading appearances on guest appearances on other people's shows. They would come on I Love Lucy, and they would go on their shows or standalone specials. 3 of these happened in 1959. The previous episode I discussed 2 of them, but I just found out a new one. Anyway, Milton Berle was on what came to be known as the Lucy Desi Comedy Hour. It was really the hour-long version of I Love Lucy that was really part of the series Desi-Lou Playhouse. So anyway, Lucy and Desi traded and made a standalone TV special with Milton Berle called the Lucy Desi Milton Berle Special. But they played their characters Lucy and Ricky Ricardo, and that's the key part. And this episode really felt like an episode of I Love Lucy. And this one has actually been released on DVD. In the first episode of the hour-long I Love Lucy, the one where they go to a flashback when Lucy and Ricky first met, the guest star was Ann Sothern, who played Lucy's friend. So Lucy went on to Ann Sothern's TV show called, The Ann Sothern Show. And this one is available to find on YouTube as I speak. However, here's the new one. And this is interesting, because Danny Thomas appeared on the hour-long Lucy show, but he appeared as his character from his sitcom, Danny Williams, from his sitcom The Danny Thomas Show, aka Make Room for Daddy, along with his sitcom family. Well, it turns out that Lucy and Desi guest starred as Lucy and Ricky on The Danny Thomas Show as well, to trade off with that. And that was in 1959 as well. So I found it on several streaming sites, unofficially on YouTube and Vimeo, and also on a Christian streaming service. So go ahead and look it up if you want to find it. I don't know about you, but I find this kind of stuff really intriguing, especially if you've been a fan of a show for decades and then you're like, it's like finding a new episode that you never knew existed. So are there any more out there? I've searched and haven't found anything else yet, but if you do know any details, please comment below and share. I'll see you next time.